vagabond shoes.
Please sit, please sit. Ed, I just wanted to thank you for your kind words, and I'm glad you read them exactly the way I wrote them. But I do appreciate those words because they're true. Seriously, I was wondering why you haven't told your friends at Essence Magazine to do a big feature story on me. Now, I know it's a woman's magazine, but its slogan is fierce, fun, and fabulous. And that's me in a nutshell. Thank you. Let me start by acknowledging a former colleague who served on the New York City Council before going to Washington, Congresswoman Yvette Clarke. Yvette and I were both elected for the first time in 2001, and I should point out that she is still in office, and I am not. I don't know what I did wrong. I also want to congratulate her mother, Una Clarke, on tonight's well-deserved honor. Una is much more my age. She's 20 years younger than me, but that's okay. But seriously, I want to thank you, Una, for being a trailblazer and for your lifetime service to our great city. You really made a difference, and you should be very proud of your daughter. Let me also thank Dr. Michael Lomax and all of you for this award. Michael, you were talking about term limits. I actually thought that Obama was going to call Patty Harris and said, Bloomberg changed term limits, why can't you? Anyways, I have to tell you, whenever I'm honored by a prestigious academic institution like the UNCF, I am a little bit surprised because my academic record was that of a student who made the top half of the class possible. So tonight it really is an honor to be with you. As Ed said, this is an organization that I've believed in for a long time. About 25 years ago, we began by donating Bloomberg terminals to the UNCF students at historically black colleges and universities. In the business world, these terminals are indispensable when you want a career in finance. And so now students who don't really need to know how to use a terminal, but it certainly gives them a great leg up when they want to go into finance. And it also gives them, these students, exposure to technology that is increasingly required for good-paying jobs in every industry. When I started out in finance 53 years ago, I know you're going to say he's not that age, but that's okay. I'm one of those people that want to get old. That was funny, folks. You should all want to get old. As the old story, there are three things you want more of: gray hair, taxes, and birthdays. And you think about that, all three of them, you're better off with them. Anyways, when I started out, there were a lot of jobs that you didn't need a college education for. But today, as we know, those jobs are fewer and fewer. And less you have the ability to succeed if you don't get a college education. More and more, the economy of today is based on technology and know-how. And it's fair to say that too many public schools are failing to give our students the preparation they need to go to college and succeed. And sadly, the schools that are the worst tend to be in our African American and Latino communities. It's just a fact, and we have to do something about it. As we all know, K through 8 schools are allowed to fall behind. Nobody pays attention to them. If you don't do well in K through 8, you can't do well in high school. That hurts your ability to get into a college, which hurts your career prospects, and that hurts your ability to provide for your families. So it all starts with us, the taxpayers and the voters, who should demand that we give quality public schools to all of our kids, no matter where they live. It is impossible to overstate just how important it is to improve public schools, particularly primary schools, in every neighborhood and for every student. no matter what their family income is. The truth is, we're never going to end poverty and create true equal opportunity for all until we fix our public schools. And that requires more funding for schools and teacher salaries, more accountability for administrators and educators, and more quality school options for parents. It also means higher standards for students so that high schools aren't just diploma mills. We have to teach students what they actually need to know to have success in college and their careers. Proficiency is what matters, not getting a piece of paper that says you attended. And that was our focus when I was in City Hall. And the two people that really deserve the credit for dramatically improving New York City's public schools, and every outside organization that came in and surveyed after the 12 years found exactly the same thing. Our public schools make dramatic progress in 12 years, and it's all because of Joel Klein and Dennis Walcott. I can just tell you it wasn't easy. Every change we made, we had people fighting back, criticizing, picketing. But in the end, we improved the public schools for all the kids that attended them. And it's made a big difference for those kids. And we've got to make sure that we hold all elected officials in every city's feet to the fire to make sure that they have to produce results rather than just go to conferences, give speeches, and go to rallies. It's more than that. We've got to teach our kids. Today, my foundation is supporting a number of cities and states that are taking education seriously and trying to improve K-12 public education. We're also working to make sure that every student who wants to go to college can afford to go to college. A program we started called College Point, which Ed referred to, provides one-on-one college counseling to high-achieving, low-income students. It makes sure that they know their full range of college opportunities and options, and it helps them qualify and apply for financial aid and scholarships. Bloomberg Philanthropies has created another program that enlists colleges to recruit, accept, and graduate more high-achieving, low-income students. It's called the American Talent Initiative, and we've already signed up more than 100 top colleges across America, and one of the leaders of the group, I'm glad to say, is Spelman College. And the president of Spelman really deserves credit for that. Dr. Mary Schmidt Campbell also happens to be a great New Yorker that I'm proud of. That's where she learned how to do it. Last October, I visited another UNCF school, Benedict College in South Carolina. And I met there with the president of the college, Dr. Rosalind Artis, and I had a chance to speak with students in their entrepreneurship class. And it was great to see so many young kids so excited about the possibility of starting up their own businesses. And whatever career they chose, the education they received at Benedict will open up new worlds for them, just the way education did for me. I was very lucky. Johns Hopkins accepted me even though my parents couldn't afford to pay full tuition. As a matter of fact, they couldn't afford to pay very much of the tuition. But I was able to get student loans and a low interest rate, and I got a job on campus to help me pay my bills. And today, I want to make sure that every student has the same opportunity that I did. And that's why I recently made a gift to Johns Hopkins that Ed mentioned, entirely for financial aid, because I don't think that any student, no student whatsoever, should be denied admission just because they can't afford the tuition. If we are truly going to be a land of equal opportunity, and if we are truly going to make the American dream open to everyone, then we must make sure that every student who wants to go to college can go to college, and that they have the preparation required to succeed in college, and most importantly, to succeed in life and give their children the opportunities that the next generation deserves. That's why we're all here, and I want to thank everyone here for supporting this organization and its important work. You really are making a big difference. This is an organization that gives people a leg up not a handout. This is an organization that gives kids the tools they need to share in the great American dream. I can't tell you that everything that's ever happened in America or is happening in America today is something I agree with or is something I'm proud of. But I do know that this is still the country where people, when they vote with their feet, come. And I still know that most people, sometimes there's a fall off, but most people, if they give it the old college try and we give them a little bit of help, they can create an even better country for all of us and our family. I'm very proud to be an American, and I think and I hope all of you are. But let's keep going. We really can make a difference with young people. Education is the key, and we are part of the ways that they're going to get there. Thank you very much.